Wonder how many
Do you have my audio? Do you know?
What am I saying? I wonder what software they use for streaming and how an update could have broken that.
I was just gonna say,
Well,
using
they
I think
those are in the cloud.
to like a paid subscription, didn't it?
It's like Restream or something like that. It has it in the like YouTube description.
Yeah, I think.
Well, no,
Restream,
but I'd assume it's the Restream just broadcasts it to like Twitch and YouTube and stuff.
Yeah,
But I'd
yeah,
assume
it
it's
splits
like
it. Yeah.
It's a
whatever they're
different piece of
using to
software
actually
they're using.
get it off the computer is probably where the like.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hydra needs this thing to pull in all the feeds. I don't know.
This guy's not seriously gonna park there, is he?
Yeah, they were doing the FPV feeds, at least in the other events I'd seen, they were doing them using like AWS, I think, Amazon's cloud, with like 4 remote computers that are doing it. So who knows what part of that.
DRL had like a ton of VMs or something.
Well, that sounds really good right now.
Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to it. It is a sensational Sunday night, and we are getting set to embark on a journey as we prepare to decide what track is going to be the 2021 MultiGP Global Qualifier track. We are racing on the top 5 submissions. We're doing some head-to-head battles here on these tracks to really put them through their paces inside the official sim of MultiGP drone racing, Velocidrone. Good evening. I'm Joe Scully with the entire cast and crew behind the scenes. And of course, just like any drone race IRL in real life, we tried to kick off at the top of the hour and then everything blew up. So we appreciate everyone's patience and we're excited to have everybody with us. We kicked off basically the week taking a look at 48 different global qualifier track submissions. So over the past years, there's things called pilots and things called keyboard pilots. And when it comes to MultiGP major events from champs to International Open, Mayhem Team Race, we really relied on 1 or 2 track designers. And just like any art, when the track came out, the keyboard pilots would definitely let their opinions be known. And it usually resulted in a whole lot of after-the-fact events going, yeah, well, I was kind of off. It was actually fun to fly, that sort of thing. But, of course, everyone's got an opinion. They're a lot like other things that everyone has. And it took a number of years, but in 2020, MultiGP opened up the doors, the floodgates, as it were, to see some crowdsourced track submissions. Of course, that started with the Mayhem team race, and I think there was about 3 or 4 submissions to that. The Universal Time Trial track was a crowdsourced competition as well. UTT 10 in 2020. Raging Canadian won with his track design, and that leaderboard is, of course, live on multigp.com. And into the present, our 2021 global qualifying track competition commenced. 48 different submissions this year. That is a record, and some amazing tracks that we've had the privilege of checking out and flying. That field of 48 is now down to 5, and we're going to see the 5 finalists. We're going to be racing on it with our top 16 pro pilots from our sim tourney, the MultiGP Global Qualifier Choice Series. Last night, we had the next 16 in our sport class competing and giving us some of their opinions of the tracks. And tonight, our pro class pilots in a traditional top 16 double elimination bracket, supercharged Chase the Ace, which means we'll run each group of 4 pilots repeatedly until a pilot wins twice to be the winner, and the top 2 moving up in the winner's bracket, bottom 2 into the consolation bracket. For big prizes, we're giving out some stuff from the MultiGP prize closet. We're talking drink cooler, the tumbler, drink tumbler, beanie, pit fan, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Race fees for future MultiGP sim tournaments here inside of Velocidrone. And tonight's winner is going to get their MultiGP championship ticket purchase. This isn't a wild card. There isn't extra insurance at Champs. All it is a little bit of money in the MultiGP wallet, whatever the fee will be for the 2021 championship. Tonight's winner will be comped into Champs, earning their way into Champs, I guess financially, kind of figuratively, more financially than figuratively. Tonight, we are going to be opening up the gamification for everybody. What's this? Ready for some Hydra action. For those of you not aware what Hydra is, it is a gamification app. It's absolutely free to download and to play. It's available on the iTunes store if you're an Apple person, or in the Google Play Store if you are an Android person. Hydra FPV, Hydra FPV. It takes about 10-15 seconds to create an account. Find tonight's race, which is MultiGP GQ Pro, and you go in and you select each and every matchup, the finish order. The gamification is we give you some points. You slide and select how many points that you want to put on your selections, and there's multipliers. So a couple of points if you pick the winner, double the points you get first and second, all the way down if you get the full 4 in the correct order. Big points and big prizes tonight on the Hydra leaderboard as well. We're going to be giving away some MultiGP swag. Your choice of a tumbler, a flying disc, a fan, all great stuff. Available at multigp.com. And of course, you could win it tonight in the Hydra FPV gamification system. Hydra FPV on iTunes, on your mobile device, or on the Google Play Store as well. Top 16 pilots. Our first heat is loaded up. Pilots about set to fly. We're going to meet our number 14 seed in our Pro Class division, Big E Speed, our 11 seed Fast Max, and our number 6 seed Pro Dangles. And our number 3 seed G-Man going to be bringing the speed with us here tonight. 5 different tracks. We'll talk about them and see our first submission when we come back after a few words from our partners, the MultiGP STEM Alliance.
I'm Matthew Beboff. I'm the team's marketing coordinator and project manager. I'm also the secondary pilot.
I'm Wesley Bush, and I'm the team's graphic designer and primary pilot.
I'm Hunter Berthold, I'm the team's design engineer as well as his father.
I'm Tristan Ware, and I'm the manufacturing engineer, drone technician, and a spotter.
And we're the High Five.
The team went through quite a few frames, each one better than the last, before settling on our current design. The first frame I designed was just an experiment. It allowed us to see some big problems with our design. It couldn't even fly. The previous frame's engines kept breaking due to a lack of shielding. I addressed this problem with our next design, alongside reducing weight and duct size. Unfortunately, we had to scrap that design because it broke the rules. Our final design features a built-in battery mount and engine shields. No more broken motors or bloated batteries. It also has a 2-in-1 payload and camera mount. No more rubber bands needed to hold things together. All weak points in the design were identified and addressed. I made 10 practice hoops out of PVC pipe and LED lights to help us practice on the real course and gain an edge on the competition.
Throughout the summer, we experimented with many new types of props and motors. We tried gold, silver, and finally unicorn motors, which have the most raw power that the rules allow. We also replaced the 4-bladed props with 3-bladed ones, giving the drones more control and agility.
For each frame that Tristan designed, I created a corresponding technical document to serve as a blueprint. In order to test the durability of our frames and materials, we would hook a frame to a fish scale and pull it until it broke, measuring the force on the scale and the amount that the drone deformed at designated intervals. Through this testing, we found weak points in our design and determined that Nylon X, a carbon fiber nylon composite, was the best material in terms of both weight and strength.
As required, we have to get at least one sponsor of $300. That first sponsor was Hot Shots Secret. Matthew and I went to Hot Shots for a sponsorship meeting. There we explained drones in school and our team as a whole. After the presentation, we asked them to sponsor us and they agreed, and that was our first sponsor.
After a round of new equipment, funds were starting to dwindle. Throughout the year, we reached out to the Knights of Columbus, Drone Strike LLC, and the EAA for sponsorships. After we gave them each a brief presentation, they all agreed to fund us. By this point, we had 4 sponsors.
As the team's graphic designer, I was tasked with designing the logo for the team. I made 6 designs before settling on one. I put the logo on shirts, technical documents, thank you notes, social media pages, and even the drone transport cases. This, alongside the consistent color palette, ensures that we are recognizable. I created some advanced 3D renderings of the drones, and even digitally emulated the camera lens in order to make the promotional art for the social media fronts.
The portfolio requires a few points to be hit: sponsorship acquisition, manufacturing, and team history. I reviewed the portfolio to ensure that it satisfied the rubric alongside fixing grammar and spelling issues. I also trimmed unnecessary text to stay under the 20-page limit. For our first competition, our display board was just a simple trifold with papers full of information pasted on there. After that competition, we sat down to discuss how to make our display more enticing and unique. A few ideas flew by, like a video playing tablet and a rotating display, but what we eventually went with was a triple-decker display board. To put it shortly, it looks like a staircase.
Most of the direction of this video presentation was under my lead. I managed the script and ensured an enthusiastic tone was kept across recordings. Matthew scheduled recording sessions and made sure everyone was where they needed to be at the time of recording.
A great look at our partners, Drones in School, and we'll be talking about them a little bit later on tonight, but already you can see our first 4 pilots here warming up, and they're beyond the point of warm-up here. They're going to be flying a little tired. We're racing on 5 different tracks, and these are the finalist tracks in our global qualifier track submissions. We're going to see a track tonight from Rab FPV. He was our Tiny Whoop winner at the Virtual Open in 2020. He has a great track submission. We have a track submission from AK from Arizona, and a lot of people talking about his track. A lot of big fans there. We have returning track designer Groovy, who's racing tonight. We'll be racing on his top 5 finalist track this evening. We have one from Mayhem from Detroit, just across the line from where I sit here. Another outstanding track. And we're going to kick things off tonight with our first matchup. It has been randomly selected that we are going to be racing on the Quad Rivals Hurdle Tornado alternate track by knee down. That'll be the first track. Now, all these pilots had to qualify on all 5 tracks, but as we go through those brackets head-to-head, we just jump around. The order has been pre-drawn, and we're ready to go green with your first heat of the match. Just a couple of seconds to get your Hydra FPV picks in. If you have not, Hydra FPV in the iTunes store or the Google Play Store as well. Play along for free, and you can win some prizes from the MultiGP prize closet. Heat 1. Biggie Speed, Fast Max, Pro Dangles, and G-Man going live in less than 5. So G-Man, your highest seed in this one, in the number 3 spot overall. He is going to get your whole shot to start things off, but of course, the race isn't won on lap number 1. We'll be running 3-lap races here this evening, which means fast races. We're going to make up for the time that we lost with that little technical issue of a forced upgrade of some software that rained on our parade. But now the sky is clear, and we're already about halfway through. Fast Max now up into the number 1 spot. White flag flying as he goes on to the final lap. G-Man right behind him. Then don't go too far back for Pro Dangles and Biggie Speed. 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember, we're racing this group repeatedly until someone wins twice. We're about to hand out our first checkered flag. It goes to Fast Max. He gets it done in a hurry, and a gap as well over the rest of the field. All right, we'll give you a second. All right, sorry about that. We'll give you a minute to rejoin. So Fast Max, you're a winner in that one by 3.1 seconds over Biggie Speed. G-Man pulling up number 3 spot, and most of our pilots here during the course of racing, and for good reason, will be muted. You'll hear me talking to them a little bit throughout the night. Of course, we have our room manager and chief operating officer, MultiGP Dual Loop, Tim Barnhart, or wrangling up those pilots to get them into their air chairs at the right time. So the update coming in there from G-Man that he had some lag. He's going to leave and rejoin the server. Looks like he's back. And Dougie, I think you have to switch around some instances. We're going to fix that up on our FPV feeds. First person view. Dougie, you want to just let me know when you're good? I heard. So first ace to chase here in match number 1 is Fast Max. So if you're just joining us for the first time here tonight, Chase the Ace is a format that MultiGP designed to allow you to really see your top pilots race repeatedly. The format is also a little more simple to follow. We do quick math. So we race repeatedly until someone wins twice. The situation here in match number 1, Fast Max has the first ace or first win. We call them aces. So when we regrid them up here, if Fast Max wins this next heat, we're done, because that would be 2 wins, 2 aces, and second place, third place, and fourth place will be decided by the totaling of their finish points. However, if Biggie Speed, G-Man, or Pro Dangles get a win this next heat, we will go another round. Hypothetically, if Biggie Speed, who is second in the first heat, gets a win in the second heat, on heat number 3, if Biggie Speed were to win, it'd be over. He'd have 2 wins. We do some math. Or if Fast Max would get the win, it would be over. We'd be doing some math to see who's going to be joining him in the winner's bracket. But then you also would have, in that hypothetical situation, G-Man and Pro Dangles. If one of them got the win, it would go a 4th round. And if the other pilot won the 4th, it could go a full 5 rounds until it's decided your top 2 from the matchup. Looks like we are good to go on our streaming system, and it is heat number 2. First ace to chase Fast Max. Good luck, pilots. We're going live. Oh. A little bit of a false start there. We'll get that regrouped, refocused. We'll say hello to Imperious FPV. What's up, Imperious? I haven't seen Imperious in forever. I think the last time I saw Imperious, well, I saw Machamps, but my favorite Imperious memory was at the 2019 MultiGP International Open. Imperious and I rebuilding gates together. A lot of memories. We rebuilt the race course in a day. Here we go. We're good to go. Fast Max Race to Chase. This is heat number 2 going live. Looks like Bumper is with us tonight, cheering on Fast Max to go 2 up, 2 down. Your highest seed in this one is G-Man, and he is your leader. As we get you to turn your attention there, that bottom right-hand corner of your screen, you can watch the line of sight cameras. Looking for the red of G-Man as your leader, the yellow of Biggie Speed right behind him, running second. Was on board with Fast Max, and he just had an epic wreck here on the track. White flag flying. We got G-Man on the final lap. We got Pro Dangles onto that final lap as well. They're separated by about 3 gates, but it looks like put some coffee on. This one's going to go a few. G-Man getting his first ace here of the session. A little making up for heat number 1. He was the highest seed and pulled up a 3rd. Of course, he had some lag issues to get through it. The lag issue has gone away, and so now situation here playing out. You got 2 aces to chase. Fast Max with a win. G-Man with a win so far. And the points are interesting. Dougie, do we have the point leaderboard thing automated? Oh, Dougie's gonna get mad at me. We talked about Imperious and I rebuilding the track in a day. Dougie rebuilding the whole live stream thing in a day. I want you to take a look here at these points. We have G-Man leading on points, a 1st and a 3rd. But then you got Fast Max and Biggie Speed tied in 2nd on points. Fast Max with an ace and a 4th. Biggie Speed with a 2nd and a 3rd. Then we only drop 1 point back for Pro Dangles with a 2nd and a 4th with 6 points. That is tight. But again, for our new viewers tonight on the MultiGP YouTube channel, we run repeatedly until someone gets 2 wins. So that could take you from the bottom, like Pro Dangles, even though a 2nd and a 4th, he could still pull out 2 wins and be the winner, regardless of what the point total would be. And everyone else would be grinding for the points. So every single heat matters, and I know those Hydra points are on the line. If you didn't get locked in on match number 1, get them in for match number 2. Right now, for our Hydra players, the unofficial ranking, unofficially, because we have a motocross rule in play there, would be G-Man first, then Biggie Speed, then Fast Max in 3rd, Pro Dangles in 4th. That's unofficial at the moment. Good luck, Hydra players. Good luck, racing pilots. We're going live in less than 5. Leadfingers in the YouTube chat says, we can't see Max and G-Man. We are working on that behind the scenes. We are having to rebuild what we had done. So as you don't see them, you can watch their line of sight feed. G-Man is leading again in the red, and then the green, and then the other one we can't see is Fast Max in the green. He's running 2nd. You can follow along on that line of sight camera. We will get that fixed up as we get along. We're on our final lap. It's G-Man and Fast Max 1 and 2. Again, they are sitting with aces, each of them with an ace. Fast Max could use this 2nd place finish right here, and he will. Just about got the ace. Just about got the win at the end there. 1.2 seconds or 1.19 seconds separating them, 1st and 2nd. That was tight. And I think it's going to be good enough for points for them to advance together. Yeah, looks like by 1 point, Fast Max will go on in the winner's bracket. In the number 2 spot overall. So Fast Max in 2nd, G-Man with a pair of aces. We'll see them in our winner's bracket in match number 6. And into the consolation bracket, we'll go with 3rd overall Biggie Speed, 4th overall Pro Dangles. They're back in match number 5 when we come back in just a little bit. Good start here for our evening. That was match number 1. Of course, we are racing on 5 different tracks tonight. We just finished up match 1, the top left-hand corner of your screen. And we'll be advancing G-Man and Fastmax up to match number 6. And the other 2 pilots down in match number 5 into the consolation bracket. Of course, in that consolation bracket, you have a chance to make it into our final 4 for the big prizes. By working your way hypothetically there from match number 5 to match number 6, or match number 9 rather. The top 2 in that will advance to match 9. The top 2 in that one advancing to match 12. Top 2 in that advancing to match 13. And then they will be advancing from there into our final 4 below me, match number 14 at the end of our program here tonight. Of course, racing on these 5 different tracks as we attempt to decide what will be the 2021 global qualifying track. And we are in a hurry. This whole tournament kind of came out of nowhere for all of us because we realized this week coming, first day of spring. And so that means the global qualifying season will be opening, which means we need a track. And so in a hurry, we got her done. 5 different tracks as we get set here for match number 2. It'll be Orange Dragon. Nope. It's going to be Orange Dragon and EM Drones racing head-to-head. We're missing 2 pilots. Shames should have been with us. GG Hurst should have been with us. But we're going to do some head-to-head racing just so we can see all the tracks. We just saw one of the entries there, the one by Knee Down, the Quad Rivals Hurdle Tornado alternate by Knee Down. Now we're going to take a trip to Detroit. This is the GQ submission called Mayhem 1 from Mayhem Marshall Scalisi. And this was the track that we raced on as the their final 4 last night. And last night's winner of the beginners class was torn between one track and this track. This was kind of splitting his vote. This is one of our more popular, the top 5 finalists in our GQ list. I mean, at least from our discussions there last night. Looks like we're good to go. EM Drones versus Orange Dragon, blade to blade. No one going down to the consolation bracket. This one's for fun, and we're going live in less than 5. Blade to blade, back and forth. There is another position change. EM Drones just ahead of Orange Dragon. As we bring up those first-person view feeds, they look stereo optic. On the right-hand side there is Orange Dragon. Going to be chasing down the blue of EM Drones. Looks like our colors are a little wonky there. EM Drones going to get the win. Match number 1. Orange Dragon pulls up a second. They're gapped a little bit, but let's launch them again. Chase the ace. Will this be done in 2 or are we going to go 3? Let's launch them. The suspense is killing me. Of course, I don't think there's any Hydra action on this head-to-head. I don't think they got that popped in, which is more than fine. Make sure you get your selections in for matches 3 and 4, open for picks. If you're playing along, watching at home on our Hydra leaderboard, looks like J4Y had it right there in match number 1. There's your buddy Scully. I'm on the board, but not so hot. What happened there? Oh, I see, because I've got a lot of picks in there on my points. Jay leading on our Hydra leaderboard, and Orange Dragon leading here on match heat number 2 of the match. This head-to-head for fun. And so this might go a 3rd. So Orange Dragon was hosting a race, an IRL, an in-real-life race with MultiGP. Race ran a little long. He RSVP'd, hey, not going to make it. And, of course, with our computer blow-up situation earlier, worked out in Orange Dragon's favor. He actually made it in. And we're going to launch him a third time because it is now sudden death in this head-to-head battle between EM Drones and Orange Dragon. EM Drones won Heat 1. Orange Dragon won Heat 2. Let's see what happens in Heat number 3. Both of them advancing in the winner's bracket. But one will be able to do a victory lap around their house. Away we go off to the races. EM Drones just ahead of Orange Dragon. Go on board with Orange Dragon. On the right-hand side, you can see a little flick in front of him. It'll be a blue quad that he's trying to chase down for EM Drones. EM Drones now on to lap number 2. Orange Dragon just about... There he goes on to lap number 2. And EM Drones this time gapping his competitor by about 3/4 of a lap. Orange Dragon with a little flippy floppy there, trying to get back online on that extended carousel, elevated carousel section here on this track designed by Mayhem in Detroit. And so a pair of aces here for EM Drones. He is your winner of match number 2. And second place, Orange Dragon overall. They'll be back in match number 6 versus G-Man and Fastmax. See how that plays out in just a wee while. Match number 2 in the books. Up next will be match number 3. Our number 13 seed, Thumb 17. Our number 5 seed, Bear Shampoo. Along with Infinity, the number 4 seed, will be missing Me Down. So 3 pilots in this. You just don't want to be last. Just go into the preliminary round of the winner's bracket. And third place will go down into our consolation bracket just as we warm up to run here, preparing for match number 3. You know, we're racing some tracks here tonight, and one of our favorite tracks are the ones that we just kind of make up on the fly. And there is a gate that you can set up in about 3 seconds to turn any part of your world into a racetrack. We don't have it, Dougie? And so, available right now at multigp.com. We invite you to check out the perfect micro LED gates available in the MultiGP store. There we are. The We Bleed FPV gates now available at the MultiGP store. They come as a full set. You get the gate. It comes in a case. You just pop it out of the case. It, boom, turns into a oval gate or a round gate, I guess. Comes with the power supply, a LiPo, the charger, and even a controller, like a little remote. So you can change the colors. The lights can alternate, flash. They can do all kinds of different settings there. And you can turn any part of your house, your living space, your school into a micro drone racing course for your tiny whoop and so forth. We Bleed FPV gates available now at multigp.com. Just awaiting word that we have our 3 pilots set to go here in match number 3. Dual Loop says we're good to go. Let's launch them. Match number 3. Those playing along, we're chasing Bear Shampoo right now on that Hydra leaderboard. 8,000 points. He is he's on fire right now on making those correct selections. Looks like I did not make the correct selections the last time. Top 15 for your buddy Scully. You can get in pretty much at any time tonight. Again, download the Hydra FPV app on the Apple iTunes Store or the Google Play Store. Create an account. Find tonight's race, MultiGP GQ Pro. And put in your selections of the finish order, the points you want to put on the line. You can win some MultiGP prizes. Infinity leading the charge here on this final lap, but Bear Shampoo right behind him, and Thumbs behind him. And first heat done, it'll be Infinity over Bear Shampoo by a mere 0.03 of a second. Then we drop back 0.03 of a second to Thumb 17. Less than half a second. Well, about 0.55, about half a second separated all 3 pilots in that first heat. Holy. Now, of course, I just mentioned Bear Shampoo. I said leading the Hydra leaderboard. Competing pilots are allowed to play along. There is one caveat, though, that you cannot bet on your race unless you put yourself as number one, which I'm sure Bear Shampoo has done, and he almost got the win by just under 0.3 of a second. This one could go 4. Good thing Me Down didn't show up. This is a tough one. 0.55 separating 3 pilots. What happens in heat number 2? Let's go green again. There is the launch. Let's see how tight they keep it this time around. Thumb 17, first one through that first gate, the old hole shot. Then Infinity slid in front of him. Then Thumb 17 reclaimed. Now Infinity back up into the front. And as this happens so quickly, Infinity won the first ace. If he gets another win, he's your winner. We're doing math. And he's going to try and go 2 up, 2 down. But the rest of the field right behind him. Go on board with Thumb 17 if you could. I think he's in the bottom right. He's not too far behind the red of Infinity, about 10 feet separating them, as Infinity chasing down the blue of Bear Shampoo. And it's a race to the gate, and Bear Shampoo going to get this finish. And his ace is awarded. Less than 0.8 of a second, Bear Shampoo over Infinity. And this time around, Thumb 17 a little longer to get across that line. So as we get set to grid him up here in heat number 3, this is a wild one. Bear Shampoo has an ace. Infinity has an ace. Now it's Thumb 17's turn. If Thumb 17 gets this next win, he is going to push it a 4th heat. Would have a chance to go into our winner's bracket. But as we look to Thumb 17 with a pair of thirds, while Bear Shampoo and Infinity each have a second and a first. A little bit of that would give us 7. Yeah, Thumb 17 needs to win this one. Otherwise, it's consolation bracket bound. He will be not the worst. You still have a chance to get into our final 4. Well, let's see what happens as we launch him again. Heat 3, 2 aces to chase. Thumb 17 in that do or die position. Well, not die, just going on to the... You're going to have to go into an extended session of maybe a little, hopefully not intubation, but under careful surveillance in that consolation bracket. Thumb 17 running the number 2 spot. Oh, just got passed by Infinity down into 3rd. All 3 pilots here working on lap number 2, separated by 2 gates. And now Thumb 17 climbing his way up into the number 2 spot. He's a gate back behind Bear Shampoo. Now Infinity making a pass by Thumb 17, and that distracted Thumb 17. He goes on to his lid, then recovers, crashes into a gate. I think that start-finish gate, which adds a little insult to injury. And Bear Shampoo will get his second ace of the session. This one is done. Bear Shampoo and Infinity going to their winner's bracket. Match number 8. And into the consolation bracket we'll go with Thumb 17. Definitely holding his own there in that matchup. And wow, great finish. Let me just take a little look-see at the stats here in Velocidrone. Yeah, not as tight of a finish there. We're talking just under 5 seconds, not 500s between first and second. Not the worst at all, but how about heats 1 and 2? Under 0.5 of a second, under 0.6 of a second. That is match number 3 in the books. And that track that we were racing on was the submission by Groovy, who has been, I think, honorable mention in one of our previous course design competitions. Going to be coming up here in match number 4 as well. And we'll see that track, I'm sure, again here tonight, a little bit later on. Say hello to those here in the YouTube chat. Say hello to Double A, the first ever mod, the moderator, the MultiGP YouTube channel. Always along for all of our broadcasts. Excited to see him. He says, yeah, it was a good time at I.O. Let's do it again. Yes, 4th edition of International Open coming up this summer, this August, Muncie, Indiana. Super stoked. IRL, IP, in person, in real life, in person. FTW for the win. I am run out of my my little what do you call those? Initials. I ain't got it. But yeah, looking forward to that. Say hello to Bumper as well, joining us at the top of the show. Thanks for being with us. Easy Racer as well, supporting local pilots, cheering on G-Man tonight. Also, say hello to Family Unit Music, T-Dog FPV as well, Max Miller, along with Downright FPV and CT. There's a couple of initials. Chris Thomas with us, our founder and CEO, MultiGP. Glad to see him with us here this evening. What's up, CT? Jay Rice as well. All of our viewers on the MultiGP YouTube channel. You're watching the MultiGP Global Qualifier Choice Series. We have 5 finalists in our Global Qualifier Track Submission Competition, and we're doing a simulator competition on top of the Global Qualifier Track Competition in order to really put these tracks through their paces, and a selection being set to be announced this week as the global qualifying season starting this week as well. Hydra leaderboard, Free Skyler up on the top right now. That was a big move. It was Bear Shampoo, but of course Bear Shampoo should have got some points on that one. Oh, he didn't bet on it. Look at that. No points the last time around. Remember, Bear Shampoo competed in that last one. If you are competing in the heat, you cannot bet on yourself unless it is to win. That way you can't take a knee and throw the match. And so Bear Shampoo not selecting to vote on himself to win. He did win. He's still sitting number 3 on that Hydra leaderboard. Our room manager behind the scenes, Dua Loop, picked a couple of them right up into the number 4 spot overall on that leaderboard. And Groovy, who's won our Hydra competition numerous times, didn't have that one right. That was a wild one. That was a wild card one for sure. Rounding out our top 5, as Jay, we've seen at the top so far tonight, sitting second, and Free Skyler, your new leader on our Hydra leaderboard. You can join right now or any time tonight. Put in your selections. You can win some stuff, some swag, some stuff we all get from the MultiGP prize closet. Maybe a tumbler, maybe a beanie, maybe a toboggan. We'll get to that in just a little bit. Heat number 4. Let's go back to Detroit. Back onto the Mayhem track submission. So far, we have only seen 3 tracks as we get ready for our 4th matchup. We saw the Knee Down, Quad Rivals Hurdle Tornado alternate track. We've seen the Groovy track. And now this is the Mayhem track, which we saw in match number 2. The order of the tracks has been randomly drawn. No one knows what they're going to be racing on until we pull the trigger as we load them up in the lobby. And it's match number 4, preliminary round. Groovy in the number 16 spot, Jay in the number 9 spot, Mixed Signals in the number 8 spot in qualifying, and your TQ top qualifier in the pro class, Dirty Muffin. Let's go green. Lesson 5. Off like a shot. Dirty Muffin, first one across the line. Going to hold that early lead there in the red. Top left-hand corner of your screen. Looks like a little bit of a late start there for Groovy. Fingers crossed for him to get back up on that race line. Dirty Muffin leading by about 2-3 gates here, about midway through lap number 2. So halfway through, only a 3-lap race tonight here on these global qualifier tracks where you're seeing some lap times in the low teens. I don't think we've broken into the single digits yet tonight. But Dirty Muffin getting across the line. Hot lap 10.947. Getting the win by 6.4 seconds over Mixed Signals in second. 2 to finish up. There's Jay in the number 3 spot. And here comes Groovy. And Groovy across the line in the number 4 spot. It's Supercharged Chase the Ace, which means each matchup of 4 pilots, we run repeatedly until someone wins twice, gets a pair of aces. Always looking for a pair of aces. Couple of deuces. Let's go green on heat number 2. First ace to chase is Dirty Muffin. Off like a shot. Deja vu all over again. Dirty Muffin, first one across the line, holding that lead. Jay was right with them, though, and still keeps Dirty Muffin within his sights here, trying to push this a couple extra rounds. Jay was third in our first heat, so finishing first or second would be super ideal to stay alive here and go into our winner's bracket. Of course, this is a preliminary round. The bottom 2 overall when we're done, down into that consolation bracket as Jay now dropping into that number 3 spot, now 4 spot after a crash. Running order, Dirty Muffin is done, but now it's Mixed Signals, Groovy, then Jay. A little bit of gap and separation between the entire field, so Dirty Muffin going 2 up, 2 down. A pair of wins to shut this one down, then Mixed Signals with a pair of seconds. That's going to make our math a little easy right there. Mixed Signals and Dirty Muffin moving on to match number 8. And a third and a fourth for Groovy to be third overall, and a third and a fourth for Jay to be fourth overall. They're back in match number 7. That was match number 4 in the books. Just checking out those avatars there, powered by Hydra FPV. All of our scoring powered by Hydra's. Enjoying Mixed Signals avatar there. Yeah, it was kind of like the look of, here's my drone. I just crashed it, but everything's going to be all right. Everyone is going to Wang Chung tonight. Well, just got some notifications here on my iPad. I know a lot of people do the Hydra on their phones. I like to do it on an iPad, guys. Getting a little older. Matches 5, 6, 7, 8 are open for picks. Is that for real? That's for real, yeah. So match number 5 is a head-to-head. Big Speed and Pro Dangles. They were third and fourth in match number 1. Biggie Speed was third. Pro Dangles was fourth. So put your selections in the Hydra FPV app, available in the Apple iTunes Store, the Google Play Store as well. Hydra FPV, so you can play along here tonight. And of course, our winner getting some prizes. Absolutely free to join, free to play, etc., etc. And of course, let's take a look at some of the prizes of what is on the line, not only for our winner of the Hydra FPV leaderboard tonight, but also second and third place overall. We're going to get race fees for future virtual tournaments in the sim, and also their choice of swag or stuff we all get from the MultiGP store. Let's take a little trip. multigp.com/shop. Home of the store, where we sell all kinds of great stuff like gates and flags, other course building assets, official MultiGP t-shirts, ball caps, and our newest swag. Do we have it, Dougie? There it is. And taking a little look-see, starting things off with the MultiGP tumbler. That is behind door number 1. Can keep your beverages hot or cold all day long. And it holds about, I want to say, a latte and a half. So that is, that could be the choice selection for our winner on tonight's Hydra leaderboard. Also for second and third overall. So behind door number 1, the MultiGP tumbler. Behind door number 2 is a great prize. The MultiGP knit cap / beanie / toboggan / toque for Corey Mano. Watching in Ontario, Canada, he would call that a toque for sure, the Canadian reference. CT Chris Thomas down in the southeast in Florida would call it a toboggan. Depends on where you call home. It could be yours, though, if you're second or third as a racing pilot and, of course, top of our Hydra leaderboard. Let's go behind door number 3, the MultiGP swag stuff we all get. So we've looked at the tumbler. We've checked out the beanie. Now, how about this pit fan? MultiGP pit fan, cooler fan. So as we approach the summer months here, you can get a nice cool breeze through your pit. Of course, if you're doing some soldering, that's going to help clear the air around your pit space, your workspace as well. And of course, if you're one of those people concerned about the spread of coronavirus droplets in the air, you can turn that fan around, blow the droplets away from you, or if you have the droplets yourself, you can spread them around a little better. The MultiGP cooler fan behind door number 3. And finally, door number 4, the MultiGP flying disc. Chris Thomas tested one of these out here about a month ago. Says a lot of fun, works really well. It's a flying disc. I guess if you're from Australia, you'd call it a 3-way boomerang. But here in North America, we'll just call it a flying disc. And that's part of our selections behind the scenes. Match number 5 is where we at. If we take a look at the bracket. So good. We are now in our consolation bracket, first elimination bracket here tonight. And this one is going to be head-to-head for fun because we had some no-shows and just where the seating put our pilots. It's Biggie Speed versus Pro Dangles. No one facing elimination. There's only 2 in it. It's head-to-head racing. Looks like our pilots are set to fly. Biggie Speed versus Pro Dangles. And all the picks and selections are in the Hydra FPV app. So let's launch them here. Heat number 1 in our head-to-head battle. 3 1000s, 2 1000s, 1, and we're green. Well, this is a pretty good blade-to-blade battle. Go on board with the blue, the top right-hand side of your screen, Pro Dangles. He's running second. First-person view racing, of course, highlighting the pilot in number 2 because that gives you that elusive chase cam. See if the pilot can reel in the pilot in front of him. And, yeah, they're not separated by much as Pro Dangles coming up here on the backside of Biggie Speed. Just about making the pass there at the flag, and he does. Made the pass just after the flag. Pro Dangles with the win in heat number 1. That was some good watching right there. Stereo optic is you're seeing almost the exact same thing right there. And so tonight, of course, we will run them repeatedly. It's Chase the Ace head-to-head style and Pro Dangles with the first ace. Let's launch them again in lesson 5. We are racing for the first time here tonight on the Global Qualifier track submission from AK. Now, with this track, compared to the other tracks, the submission was in that the gates are actually scaled up a little bit. That was a little aha moment. Our other top 5 submissions used the standard 5-foot assets, and these gates are slightly larger than 5x5. However, there is a well-known thought process. It's a lot of people believing that the slightly larger gates than the 5x5s actually give you an authentic 5x5 experience based on your lens and so forth here inside the official sim Velocidrone. And so we'll have to do some little jury rigging if this is the correctly selected track. But now we've had to taken a good look at it. Let's take another as heat number 2 going to Biggie Speed. So it's sudden death. Biggie Speed versus Pro Dangles. And we will launch them heat number 3 here in lesson 5. 9/10 of a second separating the 2 of them last time around. Pie Fly says, good luck, Big Speed. You've got this. Will Biggie Speed go 2 for 2 in a row here? He won heat 2. Heat 3. Going to be a nail biter here in this head-to-head. Yeah, we can jump back and forth here between the 5 track selections, and we have now seen 4 of the 5 submissions. Again, this is the AK submission. Wow, what a finish between them right there. 3.043 Biggie Speed over Pro Dangles. Behind the scenes in the pilot's chat, Biggie Speed says, that was insane, Pro Dangles. And Pro Dangles goes, ... GG, good game. Yeah, that was insane. One for the highlight reel as well. Blade to blade. Biggie Speed and Pro Dangles. Here in the consolation bracket, Heat 1 went to Pro Dangles. Heats 2 and 3 to Biggie Speed. And you saw that 0.043. Less than half of a tenth of a second between them on the checkered line at the end of lap number 3. And so no eliminations. We'll see them back in match number 9. I would hate to be 3rd and 4th in this next matchup, because 3rd and 4th in this next matchup will be going down into match number 9. Again, we just finished up heat number 5. Big Speed and Pro Dangles. We just moved them to match number 9. As we now jump up to over there to match number 6. Again, 3rd and 4th will drop down in the consolation bracket here versus those 2 pilots. We'll see how that plays out. But of course, the top 2 here in match number 6 will be advancing to our semifinal of the winners bracket, where the top 2 in that will be advancing to the final 4 tonight to compete for some prizes from the MultiGP store, whether it's the beanie, the tumbler, the fan, the flying disc, the future race fees, and of course tonight's champion getting that ticket paid for to the MultiGP Championship. It's not a wild card. They'll still have to race on this global qualifier track in real life and either rank in the top 200 in the world or be one of those successful RSVPs as we go down the list for the next 100 for the Sport Class Championship. But regardless of the path and the journey, the race fees will be comped. That's a big prize. Retail value of anywhere between $150 to $200 to maybe $250,000. Who knows? Great value. We're at match number 6. Winners bracket situation. Orange Dragon, EM Jones, Fast Max, and G-Man. Good luck, pilots. We're going green in less than 5. And G-Man, your leader here in a hurry. 2-gate lead over EM Drones running second, with a 2-gate lead over Fast Max and Orange Dragon, who are in a battle here for a 3rd, 4th. You want to do some cool chase cam, go on board with Orange Dragon as he tries to reel in Fast Max just in front of him. They're in a nice tight battle. This is the first time they've met here tonight. White flag flying. One more to go here for G-Man on the final lap. Here comes the rest of the field. Holy, there's Fast Max now onto the final lap. EM Drones now meeting the white flag, and Orange Dragon, all 4 pilots on the final lap, but G-Man almost lapping the entire field here on the RAB FPV track. This is the first, the only track that we haven't seen here tonight. This is our first time that we're seeing these global qualifier track top 5 submission from RAB FPV. And our first win going to G-Man again, almost by an entire lap. His hot lap was a 12.6 as a fast lap, and he got the field by 9.4 seconds, give or take. G-Man, your first ace to chase. Let's launch him again on heat number 2. It's on Fast Max, EM Drones, and Orange Dragon to try and push a win here in heat number 2. And then make us roll into a 3rd heat of the round. Of course, we run repeatedly until someone wins twice. If you're just joining us, welcome to it. It is tonight's Pro Class Championship of the MultiGP Global Qualifier Choice Series. We're excited to see you. There's Wheats with us tonight watching on YouTube once again. What's up, Wheats? Now we have a little bit of a tighter battle here. Your top three only separated by about 3 or 4 gates. Still chasing down the red at G-Man. White flag flying for G-Man. He gets on to lap number 3. There goes EM Drones on to lap number 3 as well. And I don't know what happened to G-Man, but EM Drones just caught up to him as they go through that carousel up over the Matt's Gambit. This is intense. EM Drones might get him. And, G-Man will play it safe, get across the line. 1.1, 1 second, 1/10 separating G-Man and EM Drones. And so G-Man going 2 up, 2 down, a pair of wins back to back to shut this one down. So G-Man in our semifinal or winner's bracket. And looks like joining him will be EM Drones with a second and a third. As we bring up that Hydra powered scoring chart. Is it clipped on mine? Yeah, it's just clipped on mine. There we go. So, again, I guess we can't go back. Can we go back real quick? I think we'll need downright to go back. Can you go back to match 6, downright? Maybe? I guess not. No, there we go. Thank you. Yeah, downright's got it. Oh, Dougie. I like to direct, from the on-air microphone. So there's that scoring chart, and I wanted to touch on something here tonight as we are coming up on match number 7. Thank you, downright. Thank you, Dougie. You guys are on it. So as we're at the midway point here, coming up on match number 7 of our 14 match battle, the motocross rule came into place, and this is a good way to show you the example. Of course, Chase the Ace, we run repeatedly until someone wins twice. 2nd, 3rd, and 4th are decided based on their finish points. We total them up. The lowest score would decide it. So as you look at Fast Max with a second and a third, EM Drones with a second and a third, each of them with a total of 5. But you see the point total is a little different because the tiebreaker is the motocross rule, just like in motocross, there's Moto 1, Moto 2, and the tiebreaker is the last run race. With MultiGP, we do the exact same thing. So Fastmax and EM Drones tied on points, but because EM Drones was second over Fastmax third in that last heat, the tiebreaker going to EM Drones. And now we can do the bracket, Dougie. And then so EM Drones along with G-Man advancing to our semifinal of the winner's bracket, match 11. As, of course, Journey not coming to an end, we take Fast Max and Orange Dragon down to match number 9 in that consolation bracket. This is our traditional MultiGP bracket that we debuted in 2016 at the MultiGP Championship. Top 16, double elimination bracket, heats of 4. The top 2 move up, bottom 2 move down, and as we just move down from the top with Fastmax and Orange Dragon, still with a chance to make it into our finals. Top 2 in their matchup, or their next matchup, match 9, will go to match 12. Top 2 in match 12 go to the semifinal of the consolation bracket. Top 2 in that, advancing to our finals below us. So, of course, we've seen a number of pilots that have won major MultiGP races with this format come out of that consolation bracket. First big win I remember was Ivan Rodriguez and Viastro to win the first ever collegiate drone racing championship in Purdue. We're at match number 7. Bottom left-hand corner of your screen. You just don't want to be last. We have Groovy, Jay, and Thumb 17. One pilot will be eliminated. Finishing up in the number. The suspense is killing me. 13 spots overall in our pro class. Let's go green. Match 7, heat 1. Live in less than 5. Well, 3 pilots, 3 lead changes. Jay's had a turn. Thumbs has had a couple of turns up front, and Groovy's been up front as well. This is Supercharged Chase the Ace again. We run repeatedly until someone wins twice, and so this one we may be watching a few times roll out. We're on the final lap now with all 3 pilots. They're separated by just under a gate, chasing down the red of Thumbs 17 in that number 1 spot. We are racing on the AK track. Again, there's 5 finalists in our global qualifier track submission. We've randomly selected a different track for every single matchup. This is the AK track, and Thumbs 17 with the first heat win, or first match win of heat number 1. He's got the first ace. 0.8 of a second back was Jay in second, and 0.9 of a second back was Groovy in third. And so, as we grid them up here on heat number 2, your first ace to chase here in match 7 is Thumbs 17. Let's launch them live in less than 5. There goes Groovy with the whole shot, and they're shuffling up all over again. Announcer Jinx as well. So Groovy back in the pack here with a little bit of a gap. And Jay, your leader, you're in this opening lap as he goes on to lap number 2. He's got about a 4-gate lead over Thumbs 17. Thumbs 17 has some go-go juice and looks like he's now caught up. Yeah, just about made a pass on the high side in that switchback, and now Thumbs 17 hitting the high side of the gate. Remember, I was just talking about how the AK gates are scaled up just a hair larger. Well, not large enough right there, and so well, looks like we got some issues with Jay as well. So Thumbs goes from 0 back into hero. Thumbs getting the heat win here of heat number 2. And so that'll be 2 up, 2 down for Thumbs 17. 2 wins. And Jay going to pull up a pair of seconds. And that means they're going to stay alive back in match number 10. We will see them again. And so journey coming to an end tonight as a pilot for Groovy, finishing up in our number 13 spot overall. But of course, Groovy still with some chances to win here tonight because first and foremost, we've seen Groovy on that Hydra leaderboard putting those selections in, a chance to win some swag, stuff we all get. And of course, we also have the track submission by Groovy that we're going to load up right now for match number 8. So Groovy's track could be selected as the official track of the 2021 Global Qualifier season. In addition, Dua Loop, I believe that he'll be winning a ticket as well to International Open. Is that correct?
I missed the question. I'm sorry.
The track designer wins an IO ticket, right?
Yeah.
Yes. See, I have a good memory. I thought I was getting a little gray behind the ears there, but we discussed that Monday, and look at that. Look at that. We got it. So good luck to Groovy as we load up Groovy's track here. Of course, what is the GQ track? It is the Global Qualifier track. It is a standardized track, and in 2019, the first year that we did a Global Qualifier type season with MultiGP, we released a standardized track, and worldwide 1,100 pilots in about 18 different countries flew on the Global Qualifier track. And we're ranked top 200 advanced to pro, next 100 down the list. We're invited to sport class in the next year in 2018 was the first global. 2018 was GQ. The next year it was top 200 pro. In 2019, the next 100 sport. The standardized track flown around the world. Many pilots flying it just to see how they stack up against the rest of the world. Just like our universal time trial tracks, which are available for download at multigp.com with our leaderboards as well on the website. GQ is like that on steroids. Of course, you can, with your local chapter in any backyard or farm, qualify for the MultiGP Championship on our Global Qualifier track. And this year, crowdsourced from our community with our Global Qualifier Choice Series. As I mentioned, we're bringing up the groovy track. It is loaded, and we are preparing for match number 80. Your program looks like we're all good on that Hydra leaderboard. It looks like Free Skylar still in the number 1 spot. We got any shuffling around there? A little bit of shuffling around. Trying to chase down Free Skylar, but 6,000 points, that's a bunch. If you haven't got in as of yet on the Hydra leaderboard tonight, you can still join. But like I said, we're just at the midway point. It's a 14 race program. We're halfway down. 7 matches are done. 7 matches still to go. You can join at any time and just put a few more points on it. And you're also going to see a lot of these people on that Hydra leaderboard go the wrong way. And so you start with 5,000 points. And I mean, you can get in there in a hurry. So we'll see who wins tonight. Match number 8. This is a winner's bracket situation. Top 2 in this one advancing to our semifinal of the winner's bracket as well versus G-Man and EM Drones. Good luck, pilots. We're going live in less than 5. Heat 1, match 8. Looks like we're missing a pilot off the line. Mixed signals? What happened to mixed signals? Is he not set to racing?
Looks like he crashed out.
He just crashed, or his
I don't have
computer
him in the
crashed?
lobby anymore. He was set right.
Yeah, he was set right, Joe. It looks like you might have got booted.
All right. Well, let's rerun that one. Once we get mixed signals back in the room, we'll get him back in, and we'll get this one restarted in just a few. Of course, coming up this week, launching our global qualifying season, MultiGP.com for all the information. Of course, everyone around the world racing on the global qualifier track, which is going to be selected here from our races tonight. We had 48 global qualifying track submissions. We've narrowed it down to the final 5 that our pilots will be voting on. And note coming in on Discord here from Mixed Signals, his PC just died. He's rebooting now, so we will give him a moment to get back in and underway here in match number 8. Shouldn't take too long. I'm sure he's got an SSD and it'll spin right up. But, of course, March 20th, first day of spring, that's when we start Global Qualifier season, racing on that standardized track and taking our top 200 at the end, cut off at Labor Day, to our getting the invite to our MultiGP Championship and our next 100 after that, starting at position 201, going down the list until we have, give or take, 100 pilots. Our Sport Class Championship roster decided as well. It was 2019, the first year that we did Sport Class, and it was a great addition to Championship between those that were able to attend Pro and Sport, engaging with about 180 some odd pilots. Is that right? We had 120 Pro, we had 80. Yeah, just around 200 pilots, just over 200 pilots between Pro and Sport over the 2 weekends of that 2019 championship. 2020, the year that was a real riot. 2020, we combined them for many different reasons. So we had a Pro and Sport class joined weekend, and that was one for the ages. And 2021, we're excited to kick off a brand new season this week. We'll be launching the registrations for the global qualifying venues for MultiGP chapters to sign up for. Of course, we'll have that entire roster for pilots to sign up to attend. And the global qualifying, it's like a leaderboard. You can race one global qualifier or many global qualifiers, run until you are set and happy with your position. And you'll be looking for that invite. It first comes via email, but sometimes comes via text message, Facebook message, and so forth as we RSVP our roster. And your chance to go to the 2021 MultiGP Championship starts this week. MultiGP.com for more information. Just seeing what the story is here with Mixed Signals.
Looks like he's good.
And he is joined and ready to go. Heat 1. Bear Shampoo, Infinity, Dirty Muffin, and Mixed Signals getting set to fly.
Let's double check the Bear Shampoo's on there. He had to restart as well.
No, looks like Bear Shampoo's gone.
Oh, now we gotta fix Bear Shampoo. All 4 pilots with great avatars.
On shortly.
There's the avatars powered by our friends at Hydra FPV. Tonight we have Downright working behind the scenes, working our Hydra system for us, as we don't know how to. Downright has got us right there, allowing the gamification to get underway. Of course, also powering our overlays. And as you look in the bottom right-hand side, you can see how many points have been wagered on each pilot here. First, second, third, fourth. And so looks like the big fan favorite in this one, at least from the Hydra gamification, will be Dirty Muffin. Then Bear Shampoo. Then Infinity. Then Mixed Signals. See, they saw that Mixed Signals was having mixed issues with his computer. So they have him in fourth. Sure, he's going to try and upset that Hydra leaderboard. Think we're good again. Bear Shampoo is in.
Not on my screen.
Okay. Are you going to track him down? Yeah, I don't see him in the room. Oh, he says he's coming. All right.
Yeah, he's in the room.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, we'll get Bear Shampoo in the room. But again, those Hydra FPV overlays, again, Downright running them, and our friends at Hydra helping us out here tonight. Hydra FPV, of course, is many things rolled into one. It is a scoring software, also a gamification software that we're putting through its paces here tonight. Also, Hydra FPV software that allows you to run your own races with just an iPad and an Immersion RC timing puck. Also, they are hosts of Ready Tech Go in the Mall of America, the greatest mall in America, the Mall of America. Ready Tech Go, powered by Hydra, dedicated indoor micro drone raceway with a fully connected and dynamic course elements to facilitate more than just racing. Also has a maker space / pilot pit. You can play drone soccer there, other esports in their drone sim stations, and much, much more. Also hosts of the Youth Drone Sports Championships. Season 3 is underway each and every week, and that is open to many different pilots of different ages. Mondays and Wednesdays are the Kid Legends League for 2nd through 5th graders. And that isn't just racing. That also includes some freestyle, some hide and seek, and some other games with drones. Thursday nights for middle and high school students from about 8 till 10 Eastern. Friday nights for collegiate students. And Saturday mornings, all YDSC pilots combined in the Elite Drone Sports Championships. And, of course, many programs to talk about as well. Hydra FPV, not only in the app, you can find them on Facebook and other social media to find out more about the races that they host in real life at the Mall of America, but also online with the official sim of MultiGP Velocidrone as well. Really focusing on the STEM initiative, partners of ours, and we appreciate them being along for the ride once again here tonight. Well, we are now set to the moment we've been waiting for. Match number 8. Top 2 advancing to our semifinal of the winner's bracket versus G-Man and EM Drones. This will be Bear Shampoo, Mixed Signals, Dirty Muffin, and Infinity. And we are going live in less than 5. There you got Bear Shampoo up in the lead here on an early start. Now Dirty Muffin taking his turn, back and forth. Bear Shampoo, Dirty Muffin. Looking at the Dirty Muffin bottom left-hand corner of your screen, and Bear Shampoo top right-hand or top left-hand corner. Go on board with Dirty Muffin because he's running second. And right behind him is the blue of Infinity. Infinity getting by Bear Shampoo. Now Bear Shampoo reclaiming that battle for the number 2 spot, which is just behind our leader. This is match number 8 just kicking off, and we're racing once again on the groovy track that has been randomly selected for these pilots. First ace awarded here in this matchup, going to Dirty Muffin. Second was Bear Shampoo, about 2.2 seconds back in second. Then we drop about 0.4 of a second, 0.41 back to Infinity in third, and 8.2 seconds back to Mixed Signals in fourth. Dirty Muffin, Bear Shampoo, Infinity, Mixed Signals, the finish order here. The first heat of match number 8. Let's launch them again. First ace to chase, Dirty Muffin. We're going live. Lesson 5. Bernie N watching on the YouTube channel asking which sim is this. This is Velocidrone, the official sim of MultiGP. We'll be talking about that in just a little bit. Of course, available at velocidrone.com. Less than $20. And of course, these tracks that we're racing on, very easy to find. Inside of the sim, we're across the line, and Dirty Muffin going 2 up, 2 down. A pair of aces right off the hop. Bear Shampoo with a pair of seconds. Second place finishes, so that's easy peasy, lemon squeezy. We'll move them up into the semifinal of the winners bracket, match 11. Dirty Muffin, Bear Shampoo will be matched up versus G-Man and EM Drones in just a few. Of course, no eliminations, and third and a fourth each for Infinity and Mixed Signals. They're tied on points. The tiebreaker going to Mixed Signals, who will be third overall, to Infinity fourth overall. They go to match number 10, which will be a break of 1 into the consolation bracket, still with a chance to make it into our final 4 here tonight. And your ace in that one, Dirty Muffin, FPV Addiction saying, go Muffin, man, go. He definitely got that one done as well. Match number 8 in the books. You know, this is a brand new season. As I look to the bottom left-hand side of our broadcast screen there, Team Black Sheep is with us. Our first sponsor, our first official sponsor of 2021. Not ironic at all, but one of our very first sponsors ever of MultiGP, and one of a very few numbers of partners that has been with us every single season and almost every single event as well. You want to talk about a stimulus. Team Black Sheep is behind us. They don't need to spend months upon months upon months changing the numbers and discussing it for the pennies and the dimes. No. Team Black Sheep, it's one text message, maybe a phone call, and boom. Team Black Sheep says, MultiGP, what do you need? What are you trying to do? How do we help? And we can't thank them enough. Our first sponsor, our title sponsor, as it were, right now for 2021. Thank you, Team Black Sheep. They are the industry's choice for most of the components in first-person view racing. Video transmitters of the Unify Pro, the video transmitter choice that we see time and time again of most of our racing pilots at our MultiGP major events. Also, of course, their brand new goggle module, brand new a year ago, the Fusion. A lot of people talking about that analog mixed digital solution that provides some really good clear analog video, and of course they have full build kits, much more, and great accessories as well. Team-blacksheep.com. Thank you to Raphael Perker, better known as Trappy, along with Wayne Ho, his partner on the TBS couch, as they release new products almost every single day via live stream. And of course, our good buddy Mike Chin, the chillest of all the chins, on the support tickets as well. Thank you, Team Black Sheep, for your long time, and greatly appreciated support of MultiGP. Match number 9. Consolation bracket, which means we may see some tears. 2 of these 4 pilots will be eliminated when it's all said and done. And we'll finish up in the number 11 and 12 spots overall, which is pretty respectable. Top two advancing, working their way through, maybe closer or maybe into our final four. It's Biggie Speed, Pro Dangles, Fast Max, and Orange Dragon. 4 pilots are ready. Let's launch them in less than 5. Fast Max, cross that line first, then Pro Dangles, then Biggie Speed, then Orange Dragon. They keep shuffling things up. Biggie Speed now holding that lead. Not by much. Fast Max is only about 8 feet behind him. This is match number 9, racing on the Quad Rivals Hurdle Tornado Alt track by Knee Down. He submitted a few. I mean, he spent a bunch of time designing GQ tracks. Of course, Quad Rivals, one of our Tier 1 chapters in the Carolinas. And I'm sure we're going to see many of Knee Down submissions raced at their chapter races. And maybe we'll see this track as our 2021 global qualifying track. Like they have the swoopy gates. A lot of people liking the swoopy gates or the Matt's Gambit gates. Biggie Speed with your first ace. Second going to Fast Max. Third to Orange Dragon. Fourth to Pro Dangles. When it was all said and done. Looks like 0.2 of a second. Biggie Speed over Fast Max. 0.04 of a second. Fast Max over Orange Dragon. Oof. All right, Heat 1 done. First ace to chase here in Heat 2. Biggie Speed. We're on match number 9. For those playing along, of course, we're doing the gamification tonight. You can play along on the Hydra FPV leaderboard. Try and take down Free Skyler. It's absolutely free to download, free to join, free to play as well here tonight. Matches 10 and 11 are open. For those playing along on the Hydra FPV leaderboard. Let's launch Heat number 2. We're on match 9. The race to chase is Biggie Speed. Biggie Speed holding the lead, but all 4 pilots within a gate after lap 1. All 4 now on lap number 2. Orange Dragon trying to make up a little bit of ground back in the number 4 spot, but Big Speed, Fast Max, and Pro Dangles all together now. White flag flying onto the final lap. Biggie Speed, Fast Max, then Pro Dangles just a little bit behind. Now Fast Max taking a turn out at the front. Go on board with the blue of Pro Dangles. No, he just dropped back to the number 3 spot. Now Fast Max back up. Now Biggie Speed back up. And whoa, 3-way finish at the line right there. Less than 0.3 of a second separating the 3 pilots at the line. Fast Max was a 44.0. Then Biggie Speed a 44.1. Pro Dangles with a 44.3. Orange Dragon coming up in that number 4 spot. And so we're going to go a third heat of the round. Heat 1 went in the first ace, went to Biggie Speed. Heat 2, and the ace going to Fast Max. They're tied for points as well, each of them with a first and each of them with a second. Pro Dangles and Orange Dragon tied right now, 3rd and 4th. They're going to be looking for an ace here. Or it could be elimination time. I mean, with the points gap being what it is, may be able to stay alive here with the second in this next heat, but a lot of pressure right now on Orange Dragon and Pro Dangles to bring it. Let's launch them. 2 aces to chase. We're chasing Fast Max and Biggie Speed. We're underway. Again, if you are looking to find a new hero of the game, Pro Dangles and Orange Dragon, the ones that are in it, right now they're running 3rd and 4th, but they're only a gate and a half back off of your leader as they all go on to lap number 2. Biggie Speed leading that number 1 spot. Fast Max is about 4 feet behind him, but got a little distracted, hit the top of the gate after the hurdle. And so a little bit of a gap here for Biggie Speed onto the final lap. Fast Max right behind him, 2 gates back now. Now Orange Dragon onto that final lap. Looks like it's going to be a send-off here tonight for him. And Pro Dangles gets onto that lead lap as well, as we give Ace 2 of 2 to Biggie Speed to shut this one down. And Fast Max pulling up a second, so he gets an ace and a pair of seconds to be second overall. That was match number 9. They will advance to match number 12, staying alive. That means it is a MultiGP Global Qualifier Choice Series send-off to Pro Dangles in the number 12 spot overall, Orange Dragon in the number 11 spot overall. Not the worst. Top 12 for those two pilots. Orange Dragon was thinking he was going to have to take a knee, not able to race tonight. And, well, I mean, he climbed up, finishing up in that number 11 spot. That's up from 15th in qualifying. So good job, Orange Dragon. I'm sure we will see you again soon. Match number 9 in the books. And good job as well to Pro Dangles. Always excited to race with Dangles here inside of the official sim of MultiGP. Well, Dougie, what do you want to do here as we get our pilots into the air chairs? Do you want to do a little Velocidrone history? Is that what you're thinking about? Looks like that's what we're going to do there. Yeah, buddy. Of course, the official sim of MultiGP is Velocidrone. Available at velocidrone.com. You can purchase it right there on the World Wide Web. It's less than $20. I want to say it's like £16.99. Of course, based in the UK. It's the official sim of MultiGP. And all of the tracks that we race, of course, these are with our mini quads. The 5-inch frames are available to download in our track editor. And there's official tracks, which are easy to get. 2 clicks and you're racing them. Well, in a couple days, the 2021 MultiGP Global Qualifier track, or tracks from previous events. But also, we do mega class races and tiny whoop races. And with a small additional event investment, you can race our micro, using micro quads with the premium content and with the mega quads as well. And brand new for £8, which I believe is about $10.99 USD. Brand new, they just added combat, where you can battle other players in a fully immersive drone combat system with game modes including deathmatch, capture the flag, king of the hill, soccer, and much, much more. Velocidrone, velocidrone.com. Of course, that is what we're racing in here tonight. And, you know, that's we have a big sim season aligned here for spring into summer 2020. Love Velocidrone. Can't thank them enough for their support. Now, they've been around the game for a while. Of course, this is their second season as the official sim of MultiGP. And the sim has been around, I think, since about 2018. But they are no strangers to the game. This is a little known fact that the root of Velocidrone actually started with AccuRC. That's the part of the same team that brings you Velocidrone. And as you look behind the helicopters, AccuRC allows you to fly helicopters, even drive RC cars, of course, fly drones, wings, and much, much more. But behind the helicopters there are some familiar scenes. I know Double A watching tonight recognizes those backgrounds and recognizes those barns right there as well. Remember I was saying Imperius and I working together at I.O. to rebuild gates? Well, Imperius and I had to get all kinds of replacement parts out of those barns right there, because inside of AccuRC, it is an authentic rebuild. There's even the farm that some of the directors often spend their summers at right there at the Academy of Model Aeronautics in Muncie, Indiana, home of the MultiGP International Open. It is featured authentically inside of the official inside of this AccuRC, and that right above where that I guess the landing gear of that helicopter, that is where we were rebuilding the gates that were destroyed right there. That is the prime flying field right there of the over 150 acres of flying space at the Academy of Model Aeronautics. That is where we hosted World Cup 1 right behind there. That's inside of AccuRC. Dual Loop says he learned to fly helis through AccuRC. Yeah, it's been around. I mean, a little gray behind the ears, but still pretty solid. Thanks to our friends at Velocidrone.com, our official sim of MultiGP Drone Racing League. Match number 10 is where we're at. Let's load up the Groovy track. There it is. This is an elimination bracket, consolation bracket situation. 3rd and 4th overall. We'll finish just inside of our top 10 in the number 9 and 10 spot. Top 2 staying alive. Moving closer to our final 4. Good luck, pilots. It's Thumb 17, J, Mixed Signals, and Infinity getting set to fly. Again, for those following along on the Hydra FPV app, this is match number 10. Only 10 and 11 are open for picks, and we're going green. Heat number 1, less than 5. Go tone, off to the races we go, and a little bit of a late start for Jay. But he's there. He's on his way. Mixed Signals was leading. Now you're going to put Infinity in the yellow up into the number 1 spot. Love that 90-degree angle of those hurdles there hidden behind the gate. Creative solution here from Groovy, who was racing earlier with us tonight. Of course, it's a top 16 pilot and has had honorable mentions in our track building competitions before, and has won the Hydra FPV leaderboard. In fact, I think he won some prizes that I had to ship from Canada to him. So glad to see Groovy with us tonight, represented a big way as a pilot and one of our top 5 finalists. First heat done, and it's Infinity in the number 1 spot, Mixed Signals 2nd, Thumb 17 3rd, and Jay in 4th. It's Supercharged Chase the Ace. We run each matchup repeatedly until someone wins twice. First ace to chase is Infinity. If he wins this next heat, we're done and totaling up those finish points. It is on Mixed Signals, who is 2nd, Thumb 17, who is 3rd, and Jay, who is 4th, to get an ace to push it a 3rd heat of the round. There's a look at that scoreboard of the match, powered by Team Black Sheep. Thanks to our friends at Hydra FPV, and downright hanging out with us tonight, running the Hydra FPV system. They tell me it's super easy, and you can run an actual race, an authentic race, on an iPad using the Hydra FPV app. When they came onto the scenes, it definitely changed the game of drone racing. As pilots spent a lot of time doing the hurry up and wait, now they're able, with Hydra, they are able to play along as the race day rolls on. And for race organizers, it's all becoming more automated and easier to run as well. And so you need to join the Hydra FPV Discord, and they will hook you up with a beta. That's coming out of beta very soon, though. Excited for that. Thank you, Hydra FPV. We're going green. Heat number 2, chasing down Infinity. Let's see what happens. Thumb 17 had that hole shot, trading places a couple of times back and forth with Infinity, and Infinity just went onto his lid. Looks like maybe a couple issues for Thumb 17 in there as well, as that just opened up the barn door in a big way for Mixed Signals, as he has a 2-gate lead over the field here. We're at the midway point. He's about a lap and a half in, a lap and a half still to go. Infinity had the hole shot. He's in the number 2 spot, trying to shut this one down in 2. Infinity running in 2nd. He's about 8 feet behind our leader. Still Mixed Signals. They go around the flag into the double stack gate. Still Mixed Signals ahead of Infinity, and Mixed Signals will get the win over Infinity by less than 0.15. 15 hundredths of a second. Mixed Signals over Infinity. This one's going to go to a heat 3. See what I did there? Don't cancel me. It wasn't a full Dr. Zeus. Don't cancel me. I just rhymed. It's okay. Rhyming is still okay, last I checked. Jay pulling up 3rd, Thumb 17 in 4th. So we got some tying action. We got 2 pilots with a 1st and a 2nd. Mixed Signals and Infinity tied with 3 points, and each with an ace. Meanwhile, Jay and Thumb 17 need to get her done. Each sitting with a 3rd and a 4th, but their arc could change in a hurry if they get an ace. Takes 2 aces to win, 2 aces to shut this one down. And they can go from back of the pack up into the captain's chair. if they are able to unseat Mixed Signals and Infinity as we launch them here. Heat number 3, going green, less than 5. Off like a shot. Again, you are watching Thumb 17 and Jay, the two pilots that have a chance here to change our storyline a bunch, and they are sitting second and third here at the moment and inching closer to the front. Oh, Thumb 17 with an issue. He's back to the back of the pack, but Jay now 2 gates back off of our leader, sitting in the number 2 spot. Again, he needs an ace to stay alive and to push us to a 4th heat. Now, running in second, we'll see how the math plays out. There is a small chance, but the best chance is to get the ace, and just about got that win. Infinity's going to get there before him. Infinity shutting this one down. Infinity now with a pair of wins. Got a first, a second, and a first to be our winner here of match number 10, number 1 overall. Jay finishing up the number 2 spot here in this heat. 3.1 seconds back in second. Then we dropped 4.8 seconds back to Thumb 17 in third, and 2.1 seconds back to Mixed Signals in fourth. Overall scores coming in, though. Infinity with the aces to win. Second going to go to Mixed Signals with a first, a second, and a fourth, which means Journey going to end here tonight. And GQ send-off to Thumb 17, who was 4th overall in this one, 10th overall tonight, and Jay, who is 3rd overall in this one, and 9th overall here tonight. Good finish for them. Top 10 here in our MultiGP Global Qualifier Choice Series Pro Finals. Great racing pilots, and we'll see Infinity and Mixed Signals after a break of 1 in match number 12. Still got the semifinals of the winners bracket to get to. That is a big and paramount race as we get our pilots getting set to fly. We'll be loading up the Quad Rivals Hurdle Tornado Alternate by Knee Down for the semifinals of the winners bracket. While we get our pilots ready, we talk about our heroes of the game of MultiGP drone racing and remote RC pilots as well. And we have a great champion. He's been twice our title sponsor of our MultiGP championship. Tyler Brennan, who is also top 3 at the first ever MultiGP championship back in 2015 in Miami, Florida. Tyler Brennan of Race Day Quads is our champion. You can help him too as well, as many people inside of the UAV space are aware of the remote ID situation coming in thanks to the FAA in the United States of America. And I guess the Coles notes of remote ID, for those not aware of what remote ID is, it is going to require any craft over 250 grams, basically anything that we fly, to have the technology in it to be able to report immediately back to a website. So in real time, the FAA would know via this magic website and technology where every craft is in the air at all times. And of course, the ability to track and log every flight by every pilot flying RC, anything RC or anything manned as well. It's called remote ID, which in the greater scheme of things, the concept is going the right direction, but the method of how they want to enforce it is not very appetizing for those in the RC community due to technical issues, cost issues, weight issues, privacy issues, so many issues. And so Tyler Brennan of Race Day Quads has decided to take the FAA to court, challenging remote ID. And many manufacturers are with them by the looks of things, helping him out as well. MultiGP is there as well, supporting Race Day Quads and in their RDQV FAA case challenging remote ID. Of course, there is a GoFundMe right now, which is GoFundMe.com/Save FPV. GoFundMe.com/SaveFPV is the website because there are multiple lawyers working on this case, doing multiple arguments, and it is a pretty big goal to take down the FAA, to take down remote ID, and to do that, it's got to go to the courts, got to have lawyers, and right now the goal is $100,000 to cover those legal fees. They're just over a third of the way there, and if you would be able to assist us like Matt Buck and Henry A did just a few hours ago, we would certainly appreciate it. It's a great cause, a great cause here that Race Day Quads and Tyler Brennan has taken on. MultiGP, you can see in the center there. We fully support this as well. Chris Thomas, once he heard about it, says, "Yep, how do we help?" And really, it was like, well, we're trying to get the lawyers to do the work. Also, there is a YouTube video that I think would put it in better words than I was able to stutter and stammer through there, with Tyler Brennan talking with Joshua Bardwell, where we all learned something today. A great interview that will talk a little bit more about the plan, the goals, how the case is going, and stuff like that at GoFundMe.com/SaveFPV. It's a great cause. We fully support it. We hope you do too as well. Semi-final of the winners bracket is where we are at right there. G-Man, EM Drones, Dirty Muffin, and Bear Shampoo. Top two going to our finals tonight. In our finals, our top three getting some big prizes. Second and third getting their choice of stuff we all get from the MultiGP store. That's the tumbler, the knit cap /toboggan /toque, the flying disc, or the fan. They'll also get some future race fees comped. And speaking about future race fees comped, our winner tonight getting their MultiGP championship ticket covered by MultiGP. It's not a wild card. They still have to race the global qualifier track IRL in real life as we race on one of the top 5 finalist tracks of the Quad Rivals Hurdle Tornado Alternate by Knee Down. Let's go green. Heat number 1, semi-final of the winners bracket with G-Man, EM Drones, Dirty Muffin, and Bear Shampoo. We are going live. Off to the races we go. Looked like Dirty Muffin got that whole shot. G-Man back up in the number 1 spot. Now Dirty Muffin by G-Man. G-Man back of the charge here in third, but he has the two leaders right in front of him within his first-person view sights. I highly recommend top left. You want to go for the ride with G-Man as he starts to reel in Dirty Muffin in the green in front of him, and Dirty Muffin just crashed into the side of a gate, opening up the door as G-Man now hot on the heels right on top of Dirty Muffin. They're on lap number 3, the final lap. They're about halfway, just over halfway through, racing to our checkered line. Dirty Muffin will get there ahead of G-Man at the checkered. That was our first heat of the match. Finishing order coming in, Dirty Muffin first, G-Man second, Bear Shampoo third, and EM Drones in fourth. EM Drones was with us last night watching our broadcast with our sport class finals, doing the same thing, racing in this bracket format on these 5 finalists. I'm excited to see him last night. However, through that computer, as it were, here he is racing in the pro class finals. And this is the semifinals, so no eliminations when this is all done. But the most important thing, top 2 into our final 4. Your first ace to chase, Dirty Muffin. Heat number 2, it is on. G-Man, Bear Shampoo, or EM Drones to get this next ace to push it a third heat of the round. We're launching them in less than 5. G-Man running first. EM Drones was up in second, but you're seeing a whole bunch of a shuffle up here. The entire field only separated by 2.5 gates. Your leader, Dirty Muffin. Dirty Muffin with the ace. Going to go on board with G-Man. I think he'll be the one to ride along with here. Top left-hand corner of your screen. Trying to chase down Dirty Muffin. Dirty Muffin getting to the line first. So 2 up, 2 down. Dirty Muffin is in our final 4. G-Man with a pair of seconds. He's in the final 4 as well. And so now we will send EM Drones and Bear Shampoo into our consolation bracket. They'll come back in the semifinal of the consolation bracket, where we may see a full rematch of those 4 pilots in the final 4. It mathematically could happen. And of course, everyone wants to know how the official finish order in that one was, because we do have a motocross rule in play. There is the update. Downright doing a great job on the Hydra FPV app behind the scenes. EM Drones and Bear Shampoo were tied for 3rd, 4th, each with a 3rd and a 4th. Tiebreaker going to EM Drones, as he was 3rd in that last one over Bear Shampoo. So official finish order there. Dirty Muffin 1st overall, G-Man 2nd overall, EM Drones 3rd overall, Bear Shampoo 4th overall. And that is going to work for Downright. Downright is now in the number 1 spot on the Hydra leaderboard. Match 12 open for picks, guys. Open for picks. Match 12. Trying to do my picks as well. Come on. Why aren't you taking? 1, 2, 3, 4. Set pick. Set pick. Set pick. Am I out of points or something? Oh no. Do a loop out of the top 10. We're getting set for match 12 here. Into the consolation bracket we go. Here we are. Now I can set it. Downright. 18,000 points that last time. Do a loop. You're still in the top 10. You're in 10th. Yeah. You're doing all right. Free Skylar still up in the top 3. In 2nd right now. Pro Dangle's 3rd. Bear Shampoo 4th. Random Lizard. The entire Lizard and the Fly family competing tonight on the Hydra FPV leaderboard. I think she's got everyone except her brother in the house playing along tonight. So we say hello to the Pie Fly and Lizard family. Orange Dragon did all right. Groovy didn't play that one. Bumper. No, I think I'm doing terribly. I thought I was top 10. I was. I don't think it tells me right here. Oh no, I'm still scrolling to find myself down in 14th. Do a loop. I'm hurting. Well, to be honest, I'm not even looking at the names. I'm just kind of doing a random order. But yeah, normally that works out for me when I play that strategy. But my game not playing so hot as well. Well, what do you do? What do you do? Good luck to Downright, Free Skylar, and Pro Dangles right now, top 3 on our Hydra leaderboard. We're going to match number 12. There's Biggie Speed, Fast Max, Infinity, and Mixed Signals. Top 2 overall in this one, we'll go to match number 13 versus EM Drones and Bear Shampoo. For the top 2 in that one, we'll go to match number 14 in our final 4 versus Dirty Muffin and G-Man. This is match number 12. Let's get it on. Heat 1 going live. Lesson 5. We've shuffled them up a few times. I saw Infinity at the front, Mixed Signals at the front. Now it's all Biggie Speed here onto lap number 2. But the entire field separated by only 5 gates. Biggie Speed leading the charge on the final lap. Mixed Signals as well. Here comes Infinity on the lap number 3, final lap as well. And Fast Max as well. All 4 on our final lap. Biggie Speed and Mixed Signals battling, racing to the gate. And it'll be Biggie Speed just ahead of Mixed Signals right there. Less than half a second. Just about half a second. 0.58. Biggie Speed over Mixed Signals in heat number 1. This is a stay alive situation. 3rd and 4th overall will fit in this matchup. Will be 7th and 8th overall here tonight. That's all said and done as we're in that consolation bracket. Biggie Speed, your first ace to chase. I think Piefly has her points on Biggie Speed. She's stoked about it in the YouTube chat. Well, let's launch them. Heat number 2, Biggie Speed, your first ace to chase. It is on Mixed Signals, who is second, Fastmax, who is third, Infinity, who is fourth, to get an ace here in heat number 2. That's a win to push it a third heat of the round. Fastmax, your early leader here in the blue, but only a gate separating all 4 pilots. They are all bunched up. Go on board with Mixed Signals, bottom right-hand corner. He's running fourth, but you can see third and second right in front of him, and right behind them is first, just outside of frame. Great chase cam as he tries to claw his way up here. Finished up in the number 2 spot here in the first heat, sitting in that caboose here in the last one. Biggie Speed gets onto that final lap, trying to go 2 up, 2 down. Going to do some defense here with Infinity. Infinity and Big Speed going. A big full send at that start-finish gate. It'll be Biggie Speed again over Infinity in second this time. Biggie Speed getting the win by 0.26 over Infinity. That's a quarter of a second, which is super, super tight here. That was match 12. That was the AK track. How fun is that final turn, full send at the start-finish gate? So 2 up, 2 down, a pair of aces for Biggie Speed. That's going to work for him. And we have a 3-way tie for second. Fastmax had a pair of thirds, that's 6 points. Infinity had a fourth and a second, that's 6 points. And Mixed Signals also had a fourth and a second for 6 points. Tiebreaker is the motocross rule, which is the last race. What's the most important race? Always the last race. And so tiebreaker going to go to Infinity, who almost got the ace to push it a third heat around. Fortunately for Infinity, that fourth is now dropped. Infinity with the motocross rule to stay alive. Infinity and Biggie Speed will go into our semifinal of the consolation bracket. And it was a close finish right there, but a GQ choice send-off to Fastmax, who will finish up tonight 7th overall. Mixed Signal 8th overall. Congratulations right there. Good finish. Top 8. On the old AK track. That was match number 12 in the books. You know, we got some big racing coming up. I mean, this week is a big week. This is going to be the biggest week of 2021, potentially, as we will be announcing the Global Qualifier track. The global qualifying season will commence. And also, we have a big race for pilots in grade school, middle school, high school, university, college, and adult continuing education as well. It is the MultiGP STEM Alliance Sim Series. It started in November with the Fall Challenge, December with the Holiday Challenge, January with the New Year Challenge, February with the Winter Challenge, and starting Tuesday with qualifying, Wednesday with the Sport Class Finals, and Thursday with the Pro Class Finals, or STEM Challenge. All open to students racing inside of Velocidrone. New pilots wanted. Just need to be a student. Race inside of the official sim and MultiGP Velocidrone. 12:01 Eastern AM is when qualifying will start. It's a leaderboard bash, which will go all the way through to 11:59 p.m. on Tuesday. And we will take our top half of the field to our advanced, and our bottom half of the field to our beginners. And race beginners on Wednesday night, and our advanced on Thursday night, 7 o'clock Eastern. And I believe I'll be joined by Jesse P., Mr. Tiny Whoop himself here. And we invite you to join us and race with us. Entries or registrations is open at multigp.com. Just look for the MultiGP STEM Alliance Spring Challenge. It's on the main page, and we'd love to race with you if you are a student this week. And if you're not, of course, we'll be broadcasting live. Join us. We will be having some fun as well on the MultiGP YouTube channel, and y'all are invited. Semifinals. Consolation bracket. Biggie Speed, Infinity, EM Drones, Bear Shampoo. Heat 1. Going live. Less than 5. 4 1,000s, 3 1,000s, 2 1,000s, 1. We're green. Bear Shampoo with the whole shot. Then it looked like it was EM Drones, then Biggie Speed, then Infinity as they shuffle up all over again. We are racing on the Rab FPV GQ submission from Rab, the 2020 MultiGP Virtual Open Tiny Whoop champion. Racing inside of the sim here for the Virtual Open, which was a huge marathon, an entire week as sim racing. A lot of fun, a lot of memories. And like to see it paid forward here as Rab designing this course for mini quads or 5 inches, even though he's normally racing the micro quads or the tiny whoops. We're on lap number 3, final lap. Biggie Speed with a 9-gate lead to the checkered. And first ace awarded. Biggie Speed. Next across our line will be Infinity in second. Here comes Bear Shampoo. And EM Drones right behind him. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 pilots across the line. Oh. That's the count. He's a Muppet. Muppets for life. Heat number 2. Biggie Speed, your ace to chase. Let's go green. It's on Infinity, EM Drones, or Bear Shampoo to get this next heat win to push it a 3rd heat of the round. Extended extra innings, as it were, which we have done a bunch here tonight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of the last 11. So just batting over 50% of them have gone more than 2 heats. That means intense racing. Great field. I mean, especially last night. You looked at our sport class. I'm like, if this is our sport class field, who do we got lined up for the pro? It's going to be insane. Just as I say insane, the lead is insane here for Biggie Speed. He's about to shut this one down, so it is a race to be second. EM Drones pulling up second. That gives him a second and a 4th, total of 6. Then Infinity pulls up 3rd. That gives him a 2nd and a 3rd, total of 5. Bear Shampoo at a 3rd and a 4th, total of 7. So 5 beats a 6 and a 7. That's going to put Infinity in our final 4 in the number 4 spot, or number 2 spot overall here in our semifinal, the consolation bracket. Biggie Speed with a pair of aces to go into our final 4 as well. And so it'll be a global qualifier choice series send-off for a top 6 finish for Bear Shampoo in our pro class. And a top 5 finish for EM Drones. Finishing up 5th overall in our pro class. Thanks for racing with us, pilots. Good job, top 6. And now we are down to just 4. Your final 4 coming up here in a few moments, as we will move from the semifinals into our final 4, joining Dirty Muffin and G-Man, Biggie Speed, and Infinity. Of course, you attend a MultiGP drone race, you would know him as Big Speed. There he is. He's Big Speed on MultiGP. He's Big Speed in Hydra. Biggie Speed in Velocidrone. Probably because there was another Biggie Speed. There's a question here. Belmont FPV asked, did the gate sizes get increased to make sure all tracks are equal in terms of gate sizes? Some tracks were using the larger gates. So that question, we touched on it earlier about the 8K track. There's a little bit of a difference between the 8K track between the other 4 global qualifier top 5 finalists. The 8K tracks are the slightly larger gates, and we touched on that oftentimes course designers use a slightly larger than the standardized 5x5 gate inside of the sim, because it is the I would say the majority believe that the slightly larger gates simulate flying through a standardized 5x5 gate. They feel it's closer to reality than a 5x5 gate in the sim. So AK selecting to use the slightly larger gates on his submission. We had 48 different submissions, and we didn't redo any of the submissions other than to maybe put some cameras in for our top 5. And so we took these submissions as is and allowed the pilots to make their choices, their voting to decide which one would be which one will be selected here as our 2021 global qualifier track. We didn't make any adjustments, and so there are tracks of different sizes. And I mean, that was, I guess, course designer preference. I didn't see anything in the black and the white from the skim that I saw through it. So there were no changes to the other ones. And so pilots will be making their voting decisions knowing that. I mean, especially the amount of times. That's why this tournament was put in play here at the last minute. Make sure that all of our submissions are flown and considered. Multiple laps here head to head. And of course, in qualifying, racing against the clock like they will be in the Global Qualifier Series. And so I'm sure the decision of the track as a GQ track will be that taking all things into consideration. Every vote matters. And we will count the votes. We will not stop the vote. Do not ask us to stop the vote. As we look to our final 4, they're just about set. You know, big news. We talked about the STEM Alliance big race coming up. Our final one of the series. It's coming up Tuesday, open to students in grade school, middle school, high school, college, university. MultiGP has partnered with the Collegiate Drone Racing Association and Drones in School to comprise the MultiGP STEM Alliance. And with that, we're really excited about a month ago to announce the Envision MultiGP STEM Alliance Junior Racer. It is a drone which is now worked into the Drones in School program. It comes as an entire kit. It's available in the MultiGP store. It is a 3S micro racer. What does that mean? It has got lots and lots of power. Most craft of this size are 2S. This one you can fly for longer, and you can fly pretty much faster. This is what the kit looks like. It comes in the drone comes in racing red or good guys wearing black. It comes with the radio, comes with the goggles, everything you need to fly. It comes with the battery, comes with the charger, even comes with a connection for your television. And that will get you flying right there. Your charger, goggles, the 3S frame, the radio. The radio is compatible with Velocidrone. And it is, even if you're not as part of the Drones in School program or any of the initiatives with the MultiGP STEM Alliance, you just want a really cool drone to race indoors and outdoors, multigp.com, or at your favorite FPV retailer on the World Wide Web, multigp.com/shop, my favorite. Let's go to a few others. Let's go to Ready Made RC, the leaders in all things FPV and beyond. They got the Envision MultiGP STEM Alliance Junior Racer. Also, a bunch of closeout sales, 30% off right now. Great deals. Fly a wing, fly a racer as well. The Envision MultiGP STEM Alliance Racer available now at Ready Made RC. The leaders in FPV and beyond. Also available at Race Day Quads. We're talking about them, our champions for all things in remote flight. Taking on the FAA. There it is. They're proud of that as well, right on the homepage of their website. But of course, Race Day Quads, another place you can get your Envision MultiGP STEM Alliance Junior Racer on sale now. Let's go to getfpv.com. It's a bookmark, many of us right now. They got anything and everything right there. But at getfpv.com, they like to do the bundles, the build your own bundle. So you may already have the radio. You may already have the goggles. Well, they will allow you to just purchase the racer right now for $149.99. You want the full kit, it's $249.99. But if you just want the quad, and it is basically plug and play, it is ready to bind, they will sell it like that. Also, you can build your own bundle, like I said. So you want to upgrade the goggles. Maybe you want some Fat Shark Attitude V6s. Maybe you want to throw a nice Fusion goggle module in there as well. You can do it. Maybe you want to get a video aerial system antenna, so you can put a nice crosshair on there for a good first-person view feed of your Envision MultiGP STEM Alliance racer. You can build your own bundle at getfpv.com. Here's a look at that. Isn't it sexy? Look at that MultiGP logo there on the right-hand side of the craft. And finally, you can also get yours locally and online at dronezonenj.com. Drone Zone, New Jersey. dronezonenj.com. They have an indoor and outdoor drone facility for racing. Also, all kinds of part support as well. And you can go to dronezonenj.com or to the Drone Zone in person to get your MultiGP Envision STEM Alliance Junior Racer as well. A lot of fun, a lot of flights. And you can even order yours here on a Sunday night. Get it by what? End of day Monday. Could happen. Fast shipping on your fast racer. Do they hit the gap? No. I see what he did there. Stop in front of the logo. Nice job, Nick Lang. Could have started the logo over top of the logo, but I'm not here to judge. Peace and love. Let's go into your final four. Oh, I hate editing. Dirty Muffin and G-Man coming out of the high side bracket. Dirty Muffin, your top qualifier. Coming in out of our winners brackets. And he has Iron Man mode engaged. Downright asking about the Iron Man. Yes, Iron Man mode engaged. It was disengaged there last night. Well, let's take a look at that bracket there, Dougie. Those are like, what's Iron Man mode? Is who's Iron Man? Robert Downey Jr. Is Robert Downey Jr. going to make an appearance now? Let's talk about the Iron Man. Just follow along. I don't know all the voices, bud. So we start with Iron Man. What is Iron Man? So Chase the Ace. We've done that is a format. So in real life, we only do Chase the Ace in the finals. In Velocidrone, it allows us to do all of those different. Allows us to do it every single match. But IRL, just in the final four, is where we do the Chase the Ace, and that's where we run repeatedly until someone wins twice. It is a multi-GP format that has allowed us to race your feature pilots repeatedly, which is great to watch as a spectator. But also, you spend a lot of time to get to that final four, even as a pilot. So you want to take some of that bad luck out of the equation that gives you a gimme. But one of the other twists to this Chase the Ace format is Iron Man, a multi-GP rule. And what that means is, again, no Mr. Star, no Robert Downey Jr. If the top qualifier wins all of their races, then they are Iron Man into the final four, which means they only need to win the first race. Like I said, your top qualifier was Dirty Muffin. He started on match number 4. He went 2 up, 2 down, won both his races. Match number 8. Went 2 up, 2 down, won all his races. Into the semifinal of the winner's bracket. 2 down, 2 up, and he is your Iron Man here into our final four. Iron Man mode engaged. So if he wins this first race, we're done. So it is basically the most important race. However, if G-Man, Big Speed, or Infinity win this first heat, then Iron Man mode is disengaged. And we will run repeatedly until someone wins twice, and they will be our champion tonight, earning that race fee sponsorship at the 2021 MultiGP Championship. Second and third getting swag and race fees in the sim as well. Heat number 1 with Ironman mode engaged. Dirty Muffin. And the rest of the field getting ready to fly. Good luck, pilots. Arm. And we're live in less than 5. Well, G-Man going to try and disengage that Iron Man. He's the first one at the line and just going full send. Here in our final 4, it's a randomly selected track, and we are racing on the Mayhem track. Not Mayhem Team Race. This is the GQ submission by Mayhem. Marshall Scalisi of just outside of Detroit, Michigan. We're on the final lap. G-Man still leading. Dirty Muffin, your Iron Man, is 2 gates back. Now, oh no, Dirty Muffin now up into the number 1 spot. Not sure what happened to G-Man, so now Dirty Muffin is about to shut this one down unless Infinity can find overdrive. Dirty Muffin, your Iron Man, he is your Global Qualifier Choice Series Pro Champion. One and done here in our final 4. Second gonna go to Infinity. Crossing over just behind Dirty Muffin. About, well, let's call it about 1.7 seconds back. G-Man pulling up a third. He was 3,000th of a second behind Infinity at the checkered line for third. And Biggie Speed rounding out our top 4 here tonight. I like that. One and done. I mean, I don't know how I did on the Hydra leaderboard. I don't even think I had my picks in that one. And I'm always kind of cheering on the underdog, but we haven't had an Ironman win in a long time. You always remember the Ironman wins. I think the first major Ironman win I saw was when Heads Up FPV Evan Turner won the World Cup at the MultiGP International Open in 2018 as an Ironman. And look at that. How about this Iron Man? Do a Loop is our winner on the Hydra FPV leaderboard. How did that happen? He went all in on the last one and had it. Dirty Muffin, Infinity, G-Man, and Biggie Speed. You can go back 2 matches and you could hear me and Do a Loop kind of whining to each other that I was in 15th. He was in 10th. And I'm like, it's game over for us. Do a Loop, your Hydra leaderboard champion. And of course, he has won his selection of stuff we all get from the MultiGP store. I know he's already got the MultiGP knit hat, the beanie, because he was the guy who said, we got to get some beanies in. He went to the point of he actually got the contract submitted so that we put those in the store. So he's got that. Maybe he wants a new one for 2021, or maybe he'll get the tumbler, the fan, or the other prizes as well. Congratulations, Do a Loop. Over to our podium. Starting with the man as your second runner-up, third overall. He is going to get 1 race fee to the next virtual tournament of his choice, plus a selection from the MultiGP prize closet of stuff we all get. It's G-Man in the number 3 spot. See that he's unmuted. G-Man, you were leading that final race. What happened?
Lap, I took it too tight on that first flag, and I think I missed the gate. I went around, and then I went around it the wrong way. I just was panicking on recovering. So, yeah, it was fun, super fun.
And you had him. You had him by about 4 gates at that point, at least.
I'm excited to watch it again and see what happened.
Yeah. But
Great
then,
race.
how about the finish, though, too? I mean, you almost got second, 3,000ths of a second. For those that don't know fractions, I'm a homeschool teacher. I'll be glad to teach you. That's a 0.003, guys.
Yeah, it's less than a frame. It's less than a frame on my screen, so pretty crazy.
Did you see Infinity?
I did.
Right
I thought I passed him at the end, but it was, the lag. It was too close. So I was excited. I came to that final end. I was like, I'm gonna get him, maybe, and it sent it, and I guess not. I knew
And,
as soon as I made a mistake, though, it was over. So good
Yeah,
race,
for sure.
Dirty Muffins. Congrats, man.
And now I recognize your voice as we're going into that final four. You were the one who asked, is this one Iron Man? Does he have Iron Man? I think he does, and you're right. You're running a almost weekly race, right? Isn't it like every other week you're running a sim tournament?
No, I haven't been doing that as much lately. Actually, I've been off my stream too. So, but I've been practicing a ton, so I'm excited to get back.
Well,
at
that
it.
plays off. Maybe focus on that. The rest of us can, break all the computers, and you can just kind of break the records. Congratulations. You got a couple choices to make. What are you going to get from the prize closet? The options. It could be the tumbler, the knit cap. It could be the fan. Could be the flying disc.
I think I'm gonna do the tumbler, but can I change it? Maybe can I message somebody so I can consult with my wife?
So you're gonna consult with your wife. I like your style. So what I'm gonna do is, this is the sales guy in me. We're gonna give you a code for your prize, and then you go to the store. So hypothetically, if you get the tumbler, and she's like, yeah, get the tumbler, you could actually get a second tumbler for a mere $9.99, and so you guys would have matching MultiGP tumblers. I mean, just to consider
the upsell.
Just to consider.
I'm in.
But yes, you'll be able to change your mind. I just got nominated the prize guy, so I'll be reaching out to you here in the next day or so with your prizes. And congratulations. Stoked to see it. Final question. What was your favorite track of the 5 finalists? Which one do you think is going to get your vote?
The one I least wanted to race was Knee Downs, and then I raced it twice. But I liked it. And I don't know. I hate to be waffly. Be waffly. Yeah, the feelings moving around on AK, some of the flow on AK is really satisfying. It's the easiest to get into. And I don't know if that's just because of the bigger gates. I think it's partially like that ending section and then the way you lead into the ladder. It's really flowy.
Yeah, I mean, I heard we've all been super busy, so I didn't see the tracks until we started our finals last night. And I'd already heard, the AK of the 5, the AK gates were scaled up, and a lot of people are, well, that's why it's a little more flowy and stuff like that. But I mean, watching it, my favorite part is that final turn to the checkered. I mean, that takes me back to the 2018 MultiGP regional finals track, where it was a huge sweeper from a gate over a super hurdle to the checkered, and it was the same thing. You go full, soon as you come around, before you hit the second last gate, you're already lining up on that checkered and full stick. That's a lot of fun. So sounds like you got some more flying to do before you put in that final selection. But great job there. Second runner up, third overall, G-Man in our pro class championship. It was a pleasure. Your reserve champion getting 2 future race fees. That's pretty huge. Also a selection from the stuff we all get in this final 4. I think was up there for just a hair, was the one who was trying to chase and take away Iron Man away from Dirty Muffin. Comes out in the number 2 spot, and not by much, 1.7 seconds back in second. It's Infinity, your reserve champion here tonight. What's going on, Infinity? Have you calmed down?
Hey, yeah, what's up, Scully? Yeah, my heart was beating so hard that whole race.
It's a lot of fun, super intense. But that one, you had your hands full there to hit that podium. I mean, you guys were 4 wide at one point, and you had Dirty Muffins within your sights there for a good chunk of it. I mean, first you're chasing G-Man, and when did you pass G-Man?
I'm not sure. I remember seeing all different colors going in front and behind me.
Yeah, you saw a rainbow. Next thing you know, boom, second overall. Great running. So couple of questions for you before we start opening up the prize drawer or the prize doors. What was your favorite track of the 5 to race here tonight?
So I raced a lot of the groovy track. That was really fun. I'm also a big fan of the AK track. I don't know. Hard to decide. I'm going to have to think about it.
There you go. Well, that was the idea. We didn't want it to be a popularity contest or anything like that. We know that pilots take this very seriously, because this will be the track that they'll be going to multiple global qualifiers for most pilots, and putting most of those global qualifiers 10 rounds, 10 packs in real life on this track. So You could see it like 20, 30 times, or you could be like Sean Ames, see it in real life 70, 80 times that you race on the track. So, you want to make sure it's a good one. And it sounds like Infinity, you got your work cut out for you, narrow down your choice, but 5 great tracks to choose from. And sounds like you're kind of leaning towards either Groovy or AK. Good to hear. Lastly, what are you going to select from the MultiGP swag prize closet? Tumbler, knit,
I think I'll go with the fan.
Flying disc. The fan.
Yes.
Good selection. Going to keep you cool this summer. We'll be reaching out with your prize codes. And, of course, all of these prizes available in the MultiGP store, multigp.com/shop. Congratulations, your reserve champion, Infinity. And now, top of the box, top qualifier, Iron Man and champion, Dirty Muffin. Tonight was your night. Great racing.
Hey, thanks, Colin.
G-Man really made it hard in that final 4.
Oh my god, I was shaking so bad. I made a mistake after the second gate, and I was chasing him the whole time. And then you called out that I was 2 gates behind, and when you called my name, I crashed. I got your curse,
Oh, no.
and I was like 4 gates behind, and I was like, oh, it's over. No way I'm winning. I might get a second. I was just going for the points, and then you said I was in first. I couldn't believe it. All of a sudden, I was in first place. I was like, okay, and then I was shaking so bad, I barely made it through the second to last gate. If you go back and watch that, I don't know how I made it. So.
Yeah, we will definitely go back to watch it. It'll be archived for eternity on the MultiGP YouTube channel as well. Yeah, we've had some nail-biting situations over the course of some of these tournaments. I mean, we had some moments there at the Virtual Open there in the summer, I remember as well. So, yeah, good job keeping it, I guess coming from behind, doing the old making up for it in the end, making up on the back end.
Yeah, I mean, coming back in Velocidrone is really hard, especially, I mean, you know how it is. You do a lot of these races. I mean, it's hard to keep it together, to keep your composure. And I also just stopped flying true lens. I'm doing no true lens now, and I'm still adjusting to that. So, like, when I come off my line, it's really hard to get readjusted and get right back on to flying full throttle. So, it's pretty lucky to pull the win tonight.
Yeah, well, I don't know if it was all luck. You also were the top qualifier in the leaderboard bashing and won every single one of your heats tonight. Let's not let that slip. We always like, oh, he's the Iron Man. That's exciting. No, you won every single heat there. So let's not talk about the luck too much. Next thing you know, I'm going to be playing We Will Remember You as you start thanking everybody like it's an Oscar speech. There was some skill there. It was some great watching. Great to watch. Well, as the champ tonight, what was your favorite track of the 5 to fly over the qualifying and the 3 or 4 that you got to fly here this evening?
I'd definitely say Knee Down and Rab. They both have just really good, tight technical sections that in real life are going to make the difference in our times on the leaderboard. If you look at like a track like Mayhem, it's awesome. It flows. Same with AKs. It just flows really good. It feels good. But what's going to happen is the leaderboards are going to be so tight that instead of like you've seen our leaderboards in the past, there's gaps where our skilled pilots, like, they just set these little gaps in margins. The margin's going to be so low. So you're going to have 200 pilots and they're going to be separated by 5 seconds. It's just going to be an easier track to get through. All the times are going to be faster. Additionally, like, me, Shames, other guys, we set these tracks up and we're going to fly them probably 200, 300, 400 times before we even go and fly in real life at a global qualifier. So we're going to burn so much packs and gear. We really want to make sure we have the right track. And I think there's certain things like Rabs is going to be an equipment destroyer. That first gate you come through that goes when you're going hard left, I don't care who you are, you're going to hit that a couple times, and going wide open, you're going to break stuff. So there's all the tracks have good and bad, but I definitely lean towards Knee Down, and probably Rab would be my second favorite there.
Yeah, let's destroy some quads here in 2021. Yeah, we kind of touched on it. That is the commitment from our pilots, flying, setting it up at home if you're successful and able to do that. And the number of packs that you'll put on this track at home, in the sim, and of course, going to those GQs, you're going to want to make sure it's a good one. And there were the selections from tonight's champion right there. A little knee down action, a little rab action. Last night's sport class selected the AK, or was leaning towards more AK. But either way, some great selections here as all of our competing pilots, just over 40, making their selections, I believe, tonight to decide which one is going to be the next GQ. Is it going to be the one selected by tonight's virtual champion on the GQ track? Those selections from Dirty Muffin, the knee down track or the rab track. Will it be the AK track as selected by our sport class champion last night? Or will it be Mayhems or Groovies? So many selections, but tonight's champion says Quad Rivals Hurdle Tornado alternate by knee down should be the 2021 Global Qualifier track. We'll see how that plays out. Congratulations, and Dirty Muffin. We are going to open up that MultiGP wallet, and your race fees for champs are going to sit there in escrow. You still got to go to that GQ. You still got to put down the hundreds of practice laps that you're talking about at home and hit those 6 or 7 GQs to fly it another 60, 70 times as well. But their journey is going to get you 2 champs, and we got your race fees covered. Congratulations. You earned them. Great racing tonight. It was an absolute pleasure.
Awesome, thanks so much. It was a blast. And hopefully, next time we can do like a little bit more communication. I know there was like problems getting this out there, and I think there was a lot of people that didn't know about it. A lot of people that just didn't like the format. But maybe next year we can get a lot more people involved. So the community is so big and it's growing, and I think having everyone's input on the track is important because we're all flying it so much during the season. So
yeah, no, definitely. Taking some notes and doing some tweaking, and definitely having a track that everyone will enjoy, or at least enjoy most parts of. And crowdsourcing tracks, I think, started the most part in 2020, and now we're going to see it grow and develop and see where the journey is going to take us. And looking forward to seeing what is going to be decided and how it rolls out here this 2021 season. Congratulations, Dirty Muffin, your reserve champion, Infinity, and G-Man, your second runner-up, third overall on our podium. That is going to be a wrap here for our MultiGP Global Qualifier Choice Series Pro Finals. Thank you for the pleasure of your company. Stay tuned this week. Tuesday, we open up the leaderboard for all of our school pilots. If you're in grade school, middle school, high school, college, or university, go to multigp.com to register for the MultiGP STEM Alliance Sim Tourney, kicking off the Sim Tourney Spring Challenge. Tuesday with qualifying, Wednesday with beginners finals, Thursday with an advanced finals. You can participate if you're a student, and you can watch it, of course, Wednesday and Thursday night, 7 Eastern, here on the MultiGP YouTube channel. It'll be a hootenanny, the final one of the 2021 series with the MultiGP STEM Alliance. On behalf of our entire cast and crew, our COO of MultiGP, our room manager, Dual Loop, Tim Barnhart, our live stream producer, Doug Kling in Massachusetts, helping us out with your video production. Shout out as well to Downright running our Hydra FPV overlays. Assistance as well by Two Dog RC, Mark Grohe, helping out with the entire process here with our Global Qualifier Choice. Thank you for the pleasure of your company. My name's Joe Scully. We will see you on Wednesday night right here. Join us for the MultiGP STEM Alliance Spring Challenge. We'll see you then. Have a pleasant evening and an even better tomorrow. Scully out.
How do you give your heart to something only you embrace? How do you put your mind to something that you love? When you were growing up, everyone told you that you were good enough. Good enough will work for me. Instead of love, you hurt me deep. Broke my trust and watched me bleed. Ignore my reasons, squash my dreams. Everything hiding underneath is coming out for you to see. The screens get pitted down beneath the broken spirit. I'm finally free. Something I won't go down without a fight. No, I won't die for nothing. You held me under too long. I see you coming in. Take back your hand. You're not my friend. To me, you're fucking dead. All the things you didn't do show me the colors inside you. I now know all your hidden truths. If I were you, shit, I'd like you. It's my turn now. I'll burn you down. I'm red or running out for you. It's tried and true, and I'll get through. I watch your spirit die in you. Get up, get up, get up. I'ma show you everything I got inside.
Here I stand.